Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friends. Today I am thrilled to explore the profound insights derived from Benjamin Graham's masterpiece, The Intelligent Investor. This literary gem is a beacon of wisdom in the world of investing, and our journey through its pages promises to illuminate the principles that have withstood the test of time. So, before I take into the next chapter, the first chapter, let me explain you. This book is consists of 20 chapters, and I will be doing four sessions, and each session will be with five chapters. So let's begin our first journey. The first chapter is about investment and speculation. As we embark on our exploration, let us start with chapter 1, where Graham draws a clear distinction between investment and speculation. It is not just about making money. He tells it by doing so with a disciplined and long-term approach. Graham establishes a critical foundation, urging us to base our investments on the intrinsic value rather than to the market speculation. His emphasis on thorough analysis and a focus on business fundamentals sets the tone for the entire book, advocating for a rational, a value-based approach to investing. So this chapter is very important for the complete book, and he tells very importantly, stay away from market speculation and focus our investment on intrinsic value and the business fundamentals. Moving on to the next chapter, which is the investor's dilemma. Very interesting book when I went through this book pages. Dives into the investor dilemma, acknowledging the challenges that we face in the world of complex financial jargons. Graham recognizes the nuances and inherent difficulties investors encounter. The key takeaway is to overcome the challenges by developing a strategy aligned with our risk tolerance and financial goals. Graham encourages us to be honest in assessing our risk tolerance and to adapt to the uncertainties of market while maintaining a disciplined approach. So when I went through this chapter, very importantly, what I remember and what I want the message to be flown to you is about risk tolerance and risk taking ability of our own. The next chapter is talks about the century of stock market history, the level of stock prices in 1972. As you can see the chapter, he prompts us this chapter to examine the historical market trends. It is not merely a stroll through the annals of history, it is a strategic move to avoid assumptions about market permanence. Graham encourages us to learn from the lessons of history, emphasizing the cyclical nature of markets. He warns against extrapolating current market conditions indefinitely into the future and advocates for nuanced understanding of historical context. This insight proves invaluable in making informed investment decisions. Chapter 4, General Portfolio Policy, the Defensive Investor. Very interesting and insightful. This chapter introduces the defensive investor strategy. It is a fortress of wisdom, my friends, who prioritize capital preservation, risk mitigation, and stability. Graham clearly emphasizes the primary goal of protecting the capital from significant losses. He advocates for a conservative portfolio composed of well established companies with a history of stable performance. Yes, you are right. Diversification, as highlighted in this chapter, becomes a crucial tool in defensive investors' arsenal for long term success. The next chapter is about defensive investor and common stocks. This chapter unveils the defensive investor's playbook for stock selection, introducing the negative list approach, very important. This simple yet powerful method guides defensive investors to exclude stocks that don't meet specific stability criteria. Graham encourages a straightforward approach, focusing on companies with consistent earnings and a history of dividend payments. The simplicity and the effectiveness of this approach makes it an ideal tool for building a conservative stock portfolio. Thanks, my dear friends. Let us talk about the next 5 chapters in the next session. And I hope you have enjoyed my video. Please do share, subscribe to my channel, and request your feedback and key takeaways when you go through this book.